Look, I'm just going to keep it real in this video. When it comes to you practicing semen retention, mentally and spiritually, people are not going to be on your level, man. They're just not. And you can feel the energy from people that they're not really there yet spiritually and mentally. And guess what? That's no fault of their own. Because a lot of people are conditioned by this society that is trying to destroy us from a mental standpoint and a spiritual standpoint. That's trying to hold us back from our truest potential, right? But only a certain select few people, certain men, are going to realize their potential. They're going to get that call, receive that call from the Most High. And they're going to take their life to the next level. A lot of people, from a spiritual standpoint, from a mental aspect, they're just not there. They have this zombie-like brain, this zombie-like mindset. They think, they operate like a sheep. And that's all they can do. They don't have no vice of their own. They don't think for themselves. They have no real backbone. They don't question nothing. You know? And this is not to shame them, but this is the truth. We live in a very peculiar time period. We live in a very interesting time right now, where the wool, or shall I say the veil is being lifted up. And it's either people see what's really going on in the world and decide to change for the better, or they just remain asleep and continue to live in an illusion, right? And that's what most people, that's how they're living. They choose to live in illusion, to believe lies. And people like me and you, men like me and you who are practicing seed retention, that's choosing the narrow pathway. We are looking to better ourselves and follow the Lord. You know what I'm saying? And every time we just open up that Bible, every time when we fast, we pray, we take care of ourselves, we take care of our temple. We grow spiritually. We have a certain spiritual foresight that not a lot of people have. They're just not going to be on your level. And they may not get to that level to where they're spiritually growing and they're mentally growing. A lot of people today, they just speak the same, they have the same language, same mentality. Crabs in a bucket. Crabs at the bottom of the barrel. They operate the same way. When you're trying to level yourself up in life, you have to separate yourself from the ones that are not looking to progress. They're not looking to be set apart. Because being set apart is not easy. Being the same like everyone else. Just fitting in, just blending in with the rest. That's easy to do that. Right? It's easy to do that. There's not a lot of effort required to blend in. But when you choose to be set apart, you choose to be different, you choose to take the different routes that a lot of people are not going to take, it's going to be difficult. But the hardest things to do in life are actually worth it in the end. So understand that when you practice semen retention, you're connecting to the Most High. You're holding on to your life force. The world around you, the people that's around you, they're just not going to be the same anymore. In life, you got to dare to be different. You got to dare to try new things, to elevate your mind, elevate your spirits, challenge yourself. You know what I'm saying? Be around people that are going to challenge you. You know, it's important to be around people and to watch people that sharpen your iron, right? And that requires another person to have iron. You know, iron sharpens iron. You know, when like-minded people get around each other, right? They get around each other and they're able to hold each other accountable, to challenge one another, to do better. When you're around people that are not going to help you or challenge you from a mental aspect or a spiritual aspect, then I feel like you're wasting your time. You know, that people should be in your life to help shape you. You know what I'm saying? To hold you accountable when you're out of line, when you need to be checked. You know, if I was out of line, if I needed to be checked, I would want someone to challenge me, to check me, to let me know that, okay, you're out of balance. You need to get back in balance. You need to get back in the field. You know, you're too out there. You know, you need to come back into the center. You need people like that in your life. You know, it's not good to have, you know, wishy-washy, you know, happy-go-lucky people in your life all the time that are not going to challenge you. Instead, they enable certain behaviors out of you, and they're just going to allow you to not grow. You know, it's not just enough to grow physically. You know, you can work out, exercise all you want, but if you're not mentally strong enough, if you're not mentally ironed out, or you're not spiritually growing, or you don't have that spiritual maturity, then I feel like you're behind and it's time to catch up. But being around people that are not going to benefit you spiritually and mentally, those are the people that are just dead weight in your life. That's just my opinion. Like I said in this video, I'm going to keep it real. Those type of people are just dead weight. And in the long run, they're not going to serve you any benefit. They're not going to serve you no benefit, man. So it's very important to get around like-minded people that challenge you, they hold you accountable. You know, iron sharpens iron at the end of the day. You know, people that are on the same path just like you. You know, and when you hold on to this energy, it's a very unique feeling. You feel different. There is no way to avoid that feeling. You know, you're going to feel much different in, you know, everyday settings. At your job, you go to school, you're going to feel like the odd man out. You're going to feel like some type of an anomaly.